No!
Yeah, it says-
no.
Jack has it up on his computer. It says back online soon on it.
Yeah, I
All
see
right,
that.
yeah.
Oh wait, it's back.
Oh, it's back. It's back. I think.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back.
Yes, he's back. Back again.
Now that we are back,
Yeah, back.
they have decided there is no head severing. Everything is going to just play out smoothly.
It was a great plan.
Not.
Javan kind of relaxes when he sees your face. Oh, Lyra, Jabani Hana, is he dead?
Yes, and he definitely has not lost any body parts at all. How are you here? Spores.
Oh, my goodness. He kind of deflates into the cockpit seat. I got noticed that my ship left.
Oh yeah, about your ship. Pow's really mad. Really mad. I think you guys need to have a talk.
All right. Let's do it. He just stands back up, and soon you find Jedi Master Javan standing over the dead body of this bounty hunter. What are all these little robot things? Kicking the mouse droids.
They're mouse droids.
Oh. Pap pap.
Don't kick.
Don't kick them too hard. Don't touch them. They're not yours.
Also, they
Okay.
explode.
Ah,
You should have seen us, Javan. You would have been so proud. We fought
No,
like
I'm always
warrior
proud.
poets.
good. You don't need to be warrior poets to make me proud. Pow, I can only assume that your plan was to head back to Mandalore.
Yes, I also plan to go back as well. Still, I have a ship. You stop us.
Don't go back.
These decisions are not ones to be made hastily. Javan will bristle, going completely stiff, standing up tall. The milky whites of his eyes moving, coalescing, and turning more of a light blue hue. He'll spin around on his heels, close his eyes tight, and remain silent for a few moments. He kind of shakes his head when he comes to. Looks back around. Oh, I think you should go to Mandalore.
Why should Pow go to Mandalore?
It's home.
You're just gonna leave us like that? That's pretty cold.
The Jedi haven't
We have to
exactly
say-
done me favors.
It's not about favors. It's about doing favors for other people.
Gio, she's family. We have to help her.
She is family.
Gio and Spore. Lyra, I can't tell you what to do, but the other two, you'll be going with her.
Okay,
What's new?
let's take her home.
New mission. He'll make eye contact to Gio for a second. Well, hold it with Lyra for a moment. Make sure that Pow finds her home. That is your mission.
Lyra nods very yes.
Pow, I know you have absolutely no reason to want to listen to me or trust me right now. And that's fine. You don't need to. There's nothing I can say to make you understand, but just try to believe me when I say I know how you feel. I know what's going through you right now.
I know. And I ask you, how much good have the dead Jedi done for you to join us?
Magician, 1,000 bits donated. Sorry.
1,000 bits. That is good enough for some donations in my book. So, Mint Magician, please comment in chat. Let us know what you want. That can be some crits, that can be some advantages. We haven't seen too many wild magic surges. Last time that happened, Sport got on fire. So, tell us in chat what you want. Let's do it.
More severed heads.
Oh, the severed.
I made that thing
that was
float
a good
like 2001:
plan.
A Space Odyssey.
It was a good
Man.
plan.
How does there's things going back on in Coruscant I need to see to. I can't come with you. Not like you ever needed much my help anyway.
Well, wish you well. I know how you
Wild
feel.
magic surge. Magic surge for whom?
Oh no.
Or I could roll one and assign it as needed. Dear Ardian Elder, he's safe for now, but Gon's still dead. The others, they're still dead too. Grant, roll me a D10,000.
Oh my.
I hope you catch on fire.
I love you, Magician. I think we should see other people. 4,412.
You can look that up for me.
No, you. All right, I'll look it up.
See
I'll
your own
totally
fate.
get there. I
Wow.
trust you.
It might be true that the Jedi have never done you any favors, but the temple's obviously never been a home to you. But you're all family now, so if things don't pan out for whatever reason, you do have a place with the rest of us and me.
I just nods. And I'll take care of them. Make sure of it.
The rest of you, again, you have no reason to believe me, but we've only been around each other for a short time, but I mean it sincerely when I say I love you.
Lyra's eyes like well up. She's like,
Help Pal find her way home.
I will.
Give me one moment to check out the damage to my ship. I think I need to take the other one back, but Gio, come with me.
All right. If he kills me in a cruel twist of fate, I'm gonna be very disappointed, but I go with him.
Was that your magic surge? The things charged magic items turn into wood?
Yeah. If my charged magic items turn to wood, so I have a wooden lightsaber, right?
Oh.
Wooden handle.
Yes, I love it.
It is.
But wooden hilt.
It's
Druidish.
fragile.
Yes,
Fragile.
it is something out of Hyrule.
Oh, it's like a Wookiee lightsaber.
It's a major award. It's like a Wookiee-like lightsaber. What?
Yeah, there was I think there was a Wookiee that had a lightsaber, a Jedi Wookiee that had a lightsaber.
Oh my
with like a
goodness.
wood hilt.
Yeah, This rad.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Your lightsaber has a wooden hilt. As for your
The
blaster
Deku
pistols and stuff,
lightsaber
maybe later
Link
today.
trains with. All right. What do you need me to do?
The ship has been attached to your new one.
Yes. At the umbilicus.
Well, I had the magnets kick in. It's going to be held there. I don't think the ship's going to go anywhere. He goes over to the training room and accesses the little computer terminal next to it. Scrolling through. He skips all the trainings you've done through all of them. Goes up towards the top. Right below the Sarisu training. The rainy one. There's been one locked training that only Javan has done. No one else has attempted it. He clicks on it with his administrative privilege and removes the password requirement. Make sure the rest of everyone's continuing their training, okay?
Yeah. I can make sure of that.
You now have access to the master level program labeled only by the letters DE.
E. Erectile dysfunction. Got it. Sorry.
Javan and Geo return only after a moment. My ship's kind of trashed, but the training room should still work just fine. If you need it for whatever reason. Anything else, I will see the rest of you soon.
We'll miss you, Job, and may the force be with you.
Cliche.
I do that sign. I do the force sign. The force be with you.
Is that who going down? Okay, force with you too.
I'm sorry. Kiana making fun of me, so wheezily laughing.
Oh man. Javan will turn his back and plod over towards his ship, get back on, disconnect. And he jumps to hyperspace. He's not sticking around. He heads back in the direction of Coruscant.
What I do for love. I just let him go.
Yeah. All right, we should make sure this ship works and make our way.
Roll me either some repair or computer use checks just to get used to it, see what the systems do, see what you have at your disposal. Everyone can.
Die.
I have
just gonna-
17 for computer use.
I'm going to use another one of my nat 20s.
Okay. Lyra, with a nat 20, you will be able to gain access. It's very strange system. Much like his droids, it seems like everything here is homemade and built to click with his mind. Just to him, this would run a little bit better than a normal computer system. That being said, after a while, scrolling through lists of unlabeled, unnamed commands, just jumbles of numbers, you're able to figure out how to access the torpedoes, which can lock onto other ships, just the free fire blasters at the front of the ship, and the active camouflage system as well. It seems that the camouflage takes up a very high amount of power. You cannot jump to hyperspace or use weapons while camouflaged.
Right, guys, we have camouflage and torpedoes now.
Well, that's definitely an improvement over the previous ship.
Spore, you were able to find log after log. Javan showed no sign of remembering this man and leaving any impression on Javan whatsoever. But this man talks about quarreling with him in the past, trying to snipe him, trying to send robots in after him. Nothing's working, but he's certainly going to rise to the ranks of the bounty hunters if he can find out how to take out the Jedi's battle master. There's also a system you find that scans the area for any nearby bounty hunters. Each one of them, their name or their ship, some kind of identifying feature with notes about them, how to kill them, who to stay away from. And pal, something's gonna catch your eye without the need to roll. Spore's looking through a list of bounty hunters and instructions for the ship to be able to recognize them and take action accordingly. There is one person at the top spot, the #1 bounty hunter currently in the galaxy, and the ship is programmed to take active camouflage and to plot a course away from them if they should ever bump into them. The name on the entry only reads UBI.
Spore, is there any more information about this ship? And I point at it.
I guess the only thing I was able to access were logs and tracking bounty hunters.
You see her kind of just stare off a little bit.
There's a small entry on this one. No talking of techniques or really anything other than avoid at all costs. And theories. This person is not a normal bounty hunter. Everything they do is completely impossible. No mortal being can pull off any of the things they do. There's theories. Maybe it's a robot. Maybe they have cybernetic enhancements. The stories alone are enough to make this person want to flee. Though. Besides that, you have the astrograding system up, you have the ability to jump to hyperspace, and you have the galaxy in front of you.
Alright. Well.
And then Lyra's gonna come up behind Pao and put her hand on her shoulder and say, "To home?"
Yes, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely, sister.
Yes. One thing you should remember is we don't hold Jedi in high regard, so be careful to not mention that or have your lightsabers visible. The less
Got it.
that they think you're not Jedi, the better. The more they think you're
Okay.
not Jedi. And should go. Get this
You
thing
don't
working.
need to slowly putt through space like in Javan's ship. Even with it attached to the back of this ship, someone can roll me an astrogate check and you can jump to hyperspace and get out of here. Get to Mandalore much quicker.
Trained in that. I've got +6 in astrogation. As I've smashed into asteroids in other versions of this game by not advancing it. 25.
25. Sights set on the planet known as Mandalore. Light bends, the stars twist around you, and with a small oomph, you're off. You'll be there in a matter of minutes.
Oh man, this is really fast. No, I
Much better
dated
ship.
a Mandalorian once. She was crazy.
Oh, you
How-
survived.
I'm just
Hi.
kidding. I've never had a girlfriend.
That's very true. And Lyra looks at him and kind of smirks. She looks at Pow and she says, "How do you feel about going home?"
Just relieved. Also, I've never was where I had a brother before, nor that it was the Mandalore, so a little wary. I don't know if it's a trap or not, but I have to try at least. This is where I belong.
Yeah, as quickly as you started, you're knocked out of hyperspace as you approach. The entirety of the planet almost looking like Coruscant in the aspect that Republic ships are crowding the entire thing. There is a blockade, and there's to be no traffic in or out of the planet whatsoever. If you approach close enough, and they notice you, they will certainly send over some kind of communication request.
Should we use the camouflage? Try and sneak past them?
I mean, we could do that, but do we want to go with stealth, or do we want to be open and honest about what we're doing?
The Republic here is not friendly. That's what they're hearing. We would never condone their ships, being in our space. This is grave. We would not stand for
And
this normally.
Then I think camouflage sounds like the way to go.
Alright. So yeah, we'll engage the camouflage of the ship and try and sneak past as much as possible.
Well, and also while they're having a serious discussion, Spore pops his head in and he's like, "So are you a princess? Does that make you a princess? If that guy's your brother?"
She's like, she just looks stern. She's like, we have no royalty. The Mandalore's position is earned. You kill the previous Mandalore and you earn that position. It's not
So you're
a title that goes to the weak.
so you're a murder princess. Got it. He just like goes back to the back.
Ooh. Bad girl. I mean, sorry.
You still have that corpse in there, yeah.
I love it. I'm like dressing it up. I'm like, you will be my friend. You want to be
No,
my
you want to
friend.
take that. What you want to do is you want to take that armor off that thing. The armor is valuable. That's Mandalorian armor.
I don't value such worldly possessions.
Mm-hmm.
Although the pelt might fetch a good price.
Oh. And traditions are assholes, so do whatever you want with it.
You're funny, pal. I like you. I'm actually like, I'm gonna do like Spock funeral and stuff. I'm like lay him out and we'll eject him slowly into space. His head will separate, float off in a second.
The mangled
Somewhere or
head.
another, we're getting his head.
Do you keep the
To be
armor that
severed.
the
Oh.
body was in?
Yeah,
Yes, we steal
the
it
armor.
right off the corpse.
The armor is extremely heavy because there seems to be
Mhm.
some kind of Bacta system. Runs all
Mhm.
along needles on
Mhm.
the inside that inject itself into the user.
Snort it.
Yeah. Spend some time later taking the armor actually out of the weird Bacta system. Later.
Later. For right now, roll me a pilot check, pal.
Alright, pilot check. What do I got for piloting? I have...
So one more follower till we hit a viewer decision, guys. If you haven't started following Encounter Roleplay and you're watching the stream, I highly suggest you hit that follow button. Then you'll have a chance to impact the game.
Alright.
Viewers, we still need that follower, so I'm going to hold you to it. But I won't come up with any better ideas for a viewer decision better than let's describe Pow's sibling. Let's go ahead and get a poll
I was
started.
gonna say, oh man, I was gonna say, let's see who we ship with Pow. Sorry, out of Lyra, Spore, and Geo.
So,
I
your
should-
decision. You guys get to decide
What about Ezra?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to decide something about the current Mandalore. Is he a paraplegic? Does he wear an eye patch? Is he actually a she? And something got lost in translation. All up to you. So, give us your ideas. Pal, what'd you get on your pilot check?
I got an 11.
11. It is a new ship. With an 11, it seems as though the Republic's not actively looking for any sort of cloaked ship. And the only trouble actually comes from weaving in and out of these ships forming this blockade.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little longer than you might have liked, but eventually you pop through to the other side and enter the planet's atmosphere.
Okay. What was the makeup of these? Are these all like war vessels?
Yeah,
Ships? Ooh.
yeah.
Hmm.
Encounter roleplay, get out of here. The Mandalore is not an Ewok. I don't care.
Stay,
Oh, it's a
Will.
weird family. Some weird.
They're good at walks, Will.
Yeah, no one would have
Viewer
thought I was
decision.
a
I was actually
sister
half
with
Ewok
that.
now.
Oh boy.
She's got little hairy legs. Oh no.
Ewoks ate the stormtroopers. Ewoks are cannibals.
An 11. However, as far as piloting is concerned, you get within the atmosphere and you start making your way where?
I guess the spaceport of the capital city, I guess.
Making
yeah,
your way
so we
over
got
towards
to-
the...
Yeah. Wherever the capital is. I don't know.
Making your way over to the Mandalorian capital.
Mhm.
It seems as though the Mandalorian ships are much quicker to the draw than that of the Republic. And despite the cloaked nature of your ship, you are quickly being hailed by ships you can't even see yet that
Okay.
are saying they are approaching quickly and you better land or they're gonna blow the shit out of your ship.
Yeah. And I'll just comply with them. Tell them that we will disengage we'll do it peacefully and land wherever they order us to.
You are greeted by a small group of ships. There are 4 of them. They hover overhead as you land. The cloaking system deactivates on your ship. And rather than a message, you get immediate demands for a call. Communications.
Yep. Look that through.
A stern woman's voice answers the call. Identify yourselves immediately.
This is Captain Geo.
I hold his up. like how Zavra of Clan Zavra come back home after being abducted by the Jedi.
How? Disengage engines. We need to send in communication.
Yes.
You will announce all other passengers and weapons.
I look at them. It's like have to.
What?
But aren't they gonna... But I think saying lightsaber might tip them off.
You don't have to say lightsabers. They don't know you have them.
Surely they would not deprive an old man of his walking stick. And I hold up a little wooden.
It's like that big.
I just look at him like this, and they know what lightsabers look like. I would take regular weapons and leave the lightsabers someplace where
Who to
it wouldn't
support?
look. or inside the robot, or inside the droid.
Yeah, if we still had the severed head, you could put it inside the head, but you sent
my
that
God.
out into space. I'm just saying, it would have been useful.
Lyra like holds her lightsaber up and she's like, "We'll put it in the droid."
Where are
Just
you gonna put it in the
just-
droid?
I don't know.
Yes,
He
let's
opens
talk about
his
where.
chest cavity, I guess. I don't know if there's...
Like the Matrix and Transformers.
Yes.
Just
S'more hides a pistol, doesn't he? In the
Yeah.
there's like a bottle of
Yeah.
liquor, 2 lightsabers. Like
Yeah, so
taffy.
oh
sticks him inside, I guess.
god, it just I keep thinking the inside of that thing looks like the inside of the fridge and like that episode Cowboy Bebop. There's just like fungus and stuff everywhere.
Yeah, for
Nice.
sure. There's stuff moving, like his inside
Ugh.
parts are definitely moving.
Oh, they're definitely not
Sticks
looking
in.
there.
Everyone
Fine.
vote in that straw poll. It is up. Want to see? It's not gonna be Patrick Stewart. I don't think. Hopefully not.
It's gonna be Lakuta Zaborg or Uncle
Oh no, the
Jesse.
second one.
Anyone can vote. Get in there. Tell us. Help shape our game.
Cool. And
Please vote Captain Picard.
No.
Let me live my
Announce.
dream.
Wow.
I would
Announce
pick, but
all
it's like,
passengers immediately.
and I'll just kind of like just give them the list of who we have here.
There is silence for a few moments. The voice kicks on suddenly. Your presence has been requested at the capital city. You will be escorted. Your ship will be piloted remotely.
Yes.
Any attempt to not comply will be met with hostile force. Lethal force,
Yep.
I meant to say.
Why did I vote for that? Oh my god. All right, yeah, I'll say I'll comply with pretty much most of the things they have because there's
Your ship is kicked into autopilot. They escort you there. You are past the buildings of the capital city, landing in the very center of this place, being directed to a helipad of sorts. As your ship lands, other ships land around it, but there's already foot soldiers, people in this full Mandalorian armor, waiting. The majority of them seem to be holding some kind of ceremonial melee weapon. They're leaning on spears.
All right.
You will all exit the ship. Everyone, slowly, arms up, no weapons.
Yep.
Failure to comply will be met with lethal force.
Yeah, we're all like,
I have the results of the straw poll. I put it in chat.
There, I don't see it.
That may be a good
Oh
thing.
boy.
No, I see it.
You have to do the voice.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know how to do that
did
one.
you win?
I have many a voice,
Second.
but I don't
The
have
second.
that one.
The second result is also
Q, where are you? Sorry, I can't do him.
no.
Hmm. Do you all leave?
I'll go. I'm
Yes.
just like
Willingly.
The spear-wielding Mandalorians, also clad in capes under their armor, don't seem to react too much, but all these soldiers standing behind them have blaster rifles and pistols pointed right at you as you all step out.
That's an aggressive.
well, you should get used to it.
No,
It's like here.
I won't.
The main ship that saw you into the city lands nearby. A small group of the cape-clad Mandalorians leave. The one in front leading the pack not wearing her helmet. She walks up and squints just at Pal, no one else. The Mandalore has requested your presence immediately.
Greetings. I'm aware, and I'm willing to meet as soon as possible. Just wish my family was also join me. They helped me escape from the Jedi, and would wish to have them with me when I met the Mandalore. They are peaceful, and I trust them.
We weren't told of family, but best not to question the Mandalore's orders. So, the lot of you will be coming with me.
I just nod at them. It's like, good.
I can't even look at chat right now and keep a straight face.
Oh my god.
This is just futile.
It's actually Locutus that we're going to meet.
Cutus of Oak. I am the Cutus of Oak.
Kayla, your
You're
face.
taken down.
Yeah,
Yes.
You are on the top of some kind of Capitol building. Ships fly overhead, the majority of them all some kind of military-class vessel. You are brought downwards into the center of this building. It's the equivalent of some kind of barracks. There's cots for people to sleep in. There's armories full of weapons. The Mandalorians here that you do see are all different genders and races. The Mandalorians are bound by a creed, not by actual blood. You're taken to what would appear to be some kind of war room, almost reminiscent to that of the cave you entered back on Ardia. There is a big table in the middle with projections of maps and buildings. This room is heavily guarded. There's people all around the perimeter. There stands two folks in the middle of the room. One of them a little more bulky. Their weapons laid on the table in front of them. The other one, a young man with a bald head, leaning over the plans quietly, a hand on the chin. As you approach, sir, we have brought your sister. The Mandalore and his advisor turn around. Pal, you recognize it, even though you don't spend as much time looking at you as the rest of yourself as the rest of the party members do. The rest of you, the resemblance is uncanny.
Especially the bald head.
If Pow shaved her head and grew a little bit taller, and maybe just
Zabrak Picard.
six-
Can we Photoshop this?
6 or 7 years
Yeah.
older. The Mandalore is not as heavily muscled as the rest of the guards standing around here. And if given a shave and 6 or 7 more years, Pow could probably pass as this Mandalore.
Sarah's like looking from one to the other and just
Yeah, so Pal will just kind of like avert her gaze and just kind of like bow and just like greetings, Mandalore.
Everything he does is very deliberate and slow. He is contemplating. What are you doing here?
I found out that I was, without telling me, the Jedi had abducted me when they found out that of our supposed relation, and I came back as soon as I could.
That old fool gone did risk quite a bit in stealing you away from me.
Well, he's a dead fool now.
Eyebrows are raised, but no other sign of emotion. And who are these traveling companions? I was told to expect you.
They are my family. They helped me get here under great threat and great danger. I would consider them my clan as well.
He turns his back again, leans over the table. There's a palpable tension in the air. The advisor has a pretty furrowed brow, squinting at the lot of you. The rest of the soldiers in here, almost terrified to move or speak out. There's no place for Jedi in the Mandalorian capital.
They're not Jedi. They're family. And I would wish them the safety, blessing of the Mandalore to be here. They saved my life before. I owe them
The
that.
larger advisor at the Mandalore side speaks up. Family? So, you consider yourself family among your peers here. You're one of them.
One
No,
of us.
I do not. Where they
Shut
came from.
your
matters.
mouth.
No. I stare. Like,
Shut your mouth, Twi'lek.
It's a big thing to say that after my mouth is shut.
Gia, what's your AC?
oh my god.
no.
Really high. It's like 30. No, it's not high at
Oh,
all.
no, 30.
Like 13.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
like
good.
dead.
No, you're fine.
I
A
expertly
warning
dodged.
shot is fired. A warning shot is fired. This advisor pulls out a blaster pistol, fires right in between your feet. We are addressing the Mandalorian. Or ex-Mandalorian. So you
I've always-
consider yourself a member of them.
Consider it their family to me. And I look at Geo, it's like, does he seem like a Jedi?
Yeah. Do I
It came
seem like
from
a
matters,
Jedi?
not-
Sorry.
Cowering, likes to run his mouth a lot. Yes, does come across quite like a Jedi to me.
Lyra like kicks Geo, like she's like, stop it.
Ugh. Like I kind of like stumble and fall to the ground over dramatically and kind of like whimper a little bit softly. I need her. How is my strength? And I slowly stand up and sulk. Now, I am like a professional soccer player milking this performance, right? Because I am a deceiver, I am a scoundrel, I am a liar, and I'm just kind of playing up that like. I don't know how they're gonna take this. I'm working the opposite of, I think if I come in like a Jedi and I'm really stronger than you, like they're gonna be like off with my head. But if I kind of come off as a buffoon, I don't know.
The plan seems to evoke some kind of response from him. There's a little bit of
Yeah.
a smirk on the side of the face as you cower.
Yeah, I want them to look at me as like a Mary Andrew, a non-threat, a tee-hee-ho-har. How is my pillar? I need her, and I kind of like paw pathetically.
So pretty. So pretty.
How? Speaks the Mandalore, his back still turned. You must understand better than anyone the relationship between the Mandalorians and Jedi right now.
Yes. And I harbor them no love for basically kidnapping me and keeping me in their temple.
Jedi tricks. And what is it that you want out of this trip? In this meeting?
I was aware that the Mandalore wanted to see me, and that is all. If there wasn't anything else, I would return to my rightful family here on Mandalore and continue whatever's happening here. Seems like there's a Republic disagreement with the Mandalorians. Seems passed by their ships.
It seems. She speaks as if she does not know already.
I do not. I've been
We are
gone.
harboring strong feelings against the Jedi right now. They land on our planet in droves, attacking anybody that comes near, exhuming old ruins. If you truly owe no allegiance to these Jedi, you'll have to prove it.
They trespass on our land. We help them win the war, and this is how they treat us. Of course.
We know of a dozen or so already. If you would return to me with those weapons of theirs, their laser swords, a sign of a Mandalorian victory. This is
What are...
I just don't know what he's doing.
This is outrageous. You can't just come in here unannounced with cloaked ships. You know the Jedi like to talk. This is all some kind of Jedi scheme. The Jedi we've encountered do not like to talk. They don't seem the scheming type to me.
Do we know what they're looking for? Why they're here? Seems like risking treaty would be something they would want to avoid.
He's quiet. He's silently agreeing with you. The Republic only cares about war. They don't care. They're trying to show off. They're peacocking. Dropping in children. Thinking we'll be intimidated. He speaks the truth, but he's not speaking of you. The 12 Jedi we know of are children. If you truly hold no allegiance with them, I will grant you this chance. Return with their weapons. And the head of their teacher.
Of course. The Jedi that was in charge of us did the same thing to us, so dealing with them should be no problem. Give enough time, the Jedi The Republic may not need the Jedi anymore. We seem to be in low favor, anyways.
He turns around, looks at you again, the same expression on his face. You do not wield the same weapons as these Jedi.
Of course not.
These
hate
gauntlets
that
with the
weapon.
crimson blades.
Crimson blades.
Yes,
Yeah,
their
nothing.
weapon of choice seems to be some kind of large metal glove, which emits crimson blade.
Curious. In my months at the Jedi Temple, I've never seen weapons like that. They've carried the traditional weapons that we've known throughout our history, not these gauntlet weapons.
Pal's not even informed. This is unacceptable. Mandalore holds up a hand, and the advisor stops instantly. If you return with a dozen of these gauntlets as a sign of loyalty, I will take it into consideration.
Just tell us where they are. We'll bring it.
I will have coordinates delivered to you.
And
Until then, I will show you back to your ship. I must protest. We have plans that need seeing to. Don't question my word. The advisor squints. The lot of you are seen back outside, back to the roof, back towards the planet, and the Mandalore is walking up the loading ramp with you right into the ship. You all stay here. I won't be long. Sir? Don't question your orders. You round the corner into the ship. Pow, you are immediately embraced, arms thrown around you.
He's kind of like taken aback and just kind of weakly, kind of like return it. Like, was expecting this, but
touch.
yeah, yeah, like off guard. Like it's kind of.
The hug is firm. He holds it. 10 seconds go by and he finally lets go, stands tall. I didn't think I'd see you again.
I was not aware I had family outside the ones I know. Why?
I cut your umbilical cord. That was the last time I saw you. I was still at academy, you see. Yeah. By the time I got back home, I heard you were sent away. You were showing concerning phenomena. Like a Jedi.
Who?
The clan. Our parents. Did you not hear any of this?
No, this is the first time I've heard any of this before. It's all new. Why? Just force sensitivity?
If that's what you call it. Look, the Mandalore's word is law. But there are many eyes. Any sign of weakness is an invitation for assassination.
Of course.
I'm not much one for hand-to-hand combat.
How did you gain the title of Mandalore?
I need to make this quick. I don't know why. I was the one who survived. There's a man, pale as snow. A traditional lightsaber, not one of these gloves. He killed the Mandalore, the elite guard. I threw down my weapons. I surrendered. No one else did. He told me to come back with the Mandalore's helmet and to don it. I didn't question him.
I will tell you something that I've had a hunch every time you told me about these Jedi. I don't think that's what they are. There's something else.
Clearly
happening.
not. The Mandalorian bravado and testosterone blinds all of them. I'm trying my best to speak with the Republic about the blockade, but things are not going well. Tolerating these other Jedi on our planet, it's viewed as a sign of weakness. I can't in good conscience actually tell you to confront them, though. If the Mandalore before me couldn't handle them, then what chance do any of you have?
Well, we'll find out who they are and what they are up to. And we'll bring that to you. Hopefully clear things up.
The decision is yours to make, but if I could advise anything, I would say go back home. Get away from here while you still can.
This planet and people are my home. And if there are some forces descending on it, I want to know what they are and defend my people from them.
The choice is yours to make. He holds out a hand to set on your shoulder, but he stops and recoils a bit. Good to see you again. He stands tall, about faces, and marches directly out of the ship.
I'll just do like the traditional bow and back to the ship.
Coordinates are sent to your ship via the Mandalore's orders, last known location. Either way, they still come with a warning. No matter what you do, your business here needs to be concluded in 24 hours.
All right.
If the Mandalore hasn't given you... Sorry, if the Mandalore hasn't given you all full citizenship in that time, then you will be fired upon on sight.
So before we leave, I'm just going to kind of look at the rest and say, what do you think?
I don't have any thoughts. We're not allowed to have thoughts on Mandalore.
Yeah. Lyra looks like she doesn't know what to think.
I'm just here. I was just told to help you. I'm just along for the ride.
Pal, I think we need to help you find your home. That is what we were ordered to do. And you may not be one of us, but you are family. You are more than one of us. You are all of us.
God.
Stop trying
This
to make
doesn't leave this group, but the Mandalore did tell me something that worries me a great deal. Told me that.
What was that?
That conversation happened on the ship in front of everyone.
Okay. Yeah. It's like it is what Ezla said. Sounds like that man, and that worries me. And makes it certainly easier that I think that these Jedi that we're sending are not actually Jedi. We should get down what this is.
I agree. I feel like there's something much darker going on here.
Sorry for that too.
He agrees too.
I love that.
Poorly timed.
Unless our droid has any more information that could illuminate us to previous master, we should probably go. Do you, Spar?
I'm not an information droid. I'm a medical research droid. I don't know if you knew that, young pal. But, unless you need information on medicines, then I'm out.
Damn it, pal, I'm a doctor droid.
Yeah.
Not a snitch.
Not a history droid.
Spore is not a snitch.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, should we head off?
Either
I guess so.
way, it seems that you are not wanted in the capital city.
Mm-hmm.
So where is it that you pilot?
I guess to the coordinates that we have. Like I said, we have 24 hours before we're considered hostile, so the sooner we do this, the better.
The coordinates lead you to a vague area. Desert, canyons, plateaus.
Mhm.
It doesn't take you long scanning around, looking at the environment to find what they're talking about. There's collapsed hillsides, seemingly pretty deep into the earth. The size of the Jedi Temple, large chunks of ground that big will be collapsed, caved in, 30 to 40, sometimes 60 feet. No signs of spaceships or Jedi walking the surface, though.
Okay.
What are we gonna find here?
Well, hopefully we can find that those Jedi here. Maybe they're looking for some sort of relic, like the one that we found during Gon's plan, the cave. Maybe looking for something like that here, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Maybe we can isolate one and figure out what to do. We going?
Yes, let's start searching. We're on a very strict time limit.
Yeah, I guess. Should we? Yeah, we should put the camouflage on just so no one finds this suspicious ship.
Make sure we can still find it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know where. Yeah.
Like where did you hitting the beeper? Like,
oh no! Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Yes, let's do that.
All right.
I follow suit.
All right.
What you were able
Start
to
me.
determine through digging around the rubble at one of these sites or two It seems there's no sign of large equipment being used. These people are getting pretty far underground somehow, leaving no signs behind what they're doing. And then whenever they're finished, there is some kind of large explosion, and then a cave-in. You can tell by the scorched rubble. Sorry.
Also, they're just like they're digging, and then they're kind of like exhausted what they're looking for, and then they blow it up. That's what's happening. Looks
Possibly.
like what's happening. Okay. Are there any tunnels that are deeper in those directions that haven't been exploded yet?
Here, not much. We have dog barking sound effects.
Rambert.
Oh no.
Rambert. There are scorched stones here. It is all natural. Rocks and dirt and the like in the ground.
Any of you have any ideas? Perplexed.
Lyra
No
looks
good
completely right.
Yeah, I start becoming one with the Force. I think back to all my training, and I hope that as I connect with all living things, the entire universe, and feel the living force, it makes known what action we should take.
You can roll me like a farsing check if you're trained in that.
I was just going with our behind-the-scenes chat. No, I'm not trained in farsing, nor am I trying to farsy. I'm just trying to coax the dungeon master.
I'm going to make a quick roll for the
Yep,
inebriating,
I became a Force
hungover
ghost. Sorry,
Ezla.
guys.
Oh no! Who gave her?
18. Not too bad. That's natural too. I'm sure Ezla has all kinds of modifiers to that.
Yeah, she was like plus 15 or something like that.
And she is, yeah, it's crazy high.
Ezla feels fear. Not from you, but lots of it. Lots of people are going to be scared to see you. It's deep. It's underground. She says it's made out of natural rocks. Not metal or any strange building materials, just dug straight into the ground.
We need to get underground.
I'll
Do
start
we have
digging.
anything?
Yeah. We don't have
We
anything.
still have all of those droids on our ship, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can blast our way down.
Oh yes. we can do
Ezla
that.
will have one last point to make. Fire a big explosion. People
The thermal
inside,
detonators, did any remain?
much
We need to-
bigger, on a much larger scale, and no matter what possible future unfolds, she sees it blowing up one way or the other.
We don't want to make the people go boom.
No, certainly not. But yeah,
I don't
maybe,
know.
Yeah, maybe Giovanni has a good suggestion. We'd use those mouse droids to get past one of these cave-ins.
I can rig them. I'm good at rigging droids,
Yes.
says my horse.
Debatable.
I know.
Yes.
As I polymorph into a horse. Whoa. Well,
We actually have horse droids.
I mean, you have Ramberts. Or horse size.
Geo, roll me some kind of droid check, your knowledge or your repair.
I have lots of good. Sorry. It's a jolly holiday for rolling dice. 24.
Nice.
24. Hell. You look in the code to see how the mouse droids work. Obviously, they're controlled by the ship, by the surveillance droids, and they're just remote controlled where to go. The surveillance droids, on the other hand, are told to either bore underground or scan their areas for very, very specific targets. Right now, all of the criteria are 5'10" to 6'3" lightsaber wielders with white dreadlocks. But all of those variables can be changed. They seem they're rather automated as well. They go off and search. Send back to the ship information of whatever it is they find, and wherever anyone that meets very specific criteria can be found.
What do we want to search for?
Maybe those gauntlet weapons, maybe? If we can be general with that.
Or change that?
Mhm.
Maybe less dreadlocky things, but
Maybe more... They called them Jedi, so maybe things that have, like, Jedi robes, maybe? Or dress.
I have Jedi robes. Take off mine. Wearing
It's right
Found
here
them.
in this
Hardly
room.
much. It's a cold day.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
so we'll set in some new parameters and set them off.
Yeah, you have a small fleet. You have 6 or 7. What exactly parameters are you looking for? Sounded like metal gloves.
Metal gloves, humanoids. Are they able to sense anything like force sensitivity? I don't know if these people, they're not real Jedi, but
That would require some kind of computer use check from someone.
well, Lyra could spend a
Really?
nat 20. She's not real good at this, though.
Yeah, if you do, let me know.
Yeah, I could. Like, she's in her, like, last-ditch effort. She doesn't know what to do, and she just kind of puts her all into this, and I'll spend a nat 20 on it.
Sweet.
With a nat 20, you know Spore can count for metachlorians somehow. Some kind of force sensitivity.
Yes.
With
Well, I
Spore's
would-
help, you're able to figure that in there. And if anyone has an exceptionally high metachlorian count, then they'll also be reported back to you.
It's important.
Let's-
It's important to know
let's-
that.
Yes. Shall we send them off, then?
Yeah, sure. They're good parameters.
Should we- What is our mighty fleet named?
The Mouseketeers.
Oh my goodness. All right, send off
Yeah.
the Mouseketeers.
M-I-C.
Your surveillance drones are ejected from the bottom of the ship that is just hovering invisible over the ground. One of them goes directly downwards straight into the earth, leaving a small foot-long hole as it goes. The other ones spread out and disappear off the horizon in other directions. You will be alerted immediately upon them finding anything. Until then, you are sitting here floating in an invisible ship. You have access to all of this ship and all of Javin's ship as well. your old rooms, your stuff in there, the training rooms. It's in bad condition, but since it's adhered to your current ship, you can go back and forth all you want. What do you do to kill the time?
I think, like,
I hit it with my lightsaber. That's how I kill time. Sorry.
I have the lightsabers. You can't have them back.
I know.
Oh no.
If you're good children, you can get your lightsabers back.
Yes,
Just behave,
yes.
children.
You have to behave. No murder. No scaring me.
Are we gonna play gold stars and black spots? Where we get gold stars if we're good and black spots if we're bad? Oh.
I've never heard of this game.
No.
I will just not give you your lightsaber back if you're bad, so.
I can deactivate you. I'm fine. I don't need my lightsaber. Alright, so to kill time, there's that uber special master level training program with a DE next to it, which I think is Darth Avinity or whatever his name was. I'm kind of curious about that. I kind of want to see it. Does anyone want to go in with me? I dare you to come in
Lyra
with me.
would totally go in.
All right. What about you, pal? Are you in on this?
Yeah, sure. Let's get training room's awesome.
All right. I want to activate it and go in, set it up.
We die in the training room.
We don't have our
only up to 4.
lightsabers with us, though. We're going to die. We don't need our lightsabers.
I have a gun.
Your weapons, you do not need them.
I have a gun.
Spore, are you going with them, and do you give them back their lightsabers when they're going into the master level Jedi training program?
Yes, he does.
Do you want to come, Spore? In case
Go
someone
on,
needs,
Spore.
in case someone needs medical attention.
Yeah, we're gonna be
fine. This is an awful idea. This is not how you pass the time. We do not go
This
into
is how we train. We're Jedi.
training.
We prepare
Law.
for danger by going into more danger.
I mean,
All
the
right.
alternative is to ask the droid some more questions. You want to do that?
Oh,
I've seen, like,
and he just like
I've
walks
seen
in.
I've seen enough episodes of Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna like step out. It's gonna be 3 years later, like for us, but it's gonna be a day for them, and like we're gonna be way more powerful.
Spore's already inside.
This is how
and
anime
he's already
works.
like walked in.
Yeah.
If there's anything I'm going to draw inspiration from, it's going to be Dragon Ball Z when I'm making a Star Wars campaign.
You know,
Better
naturally, as you do.
Dude, that was my childhood, like those two things.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
me too.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going
You step inside the hyperbolic time training simulator.
Yeah.
Just for a quick thing, you know how the bounty hunter was following me? That's totally Majin Buu following Piccolo, and I'm trying to kill time. That's literally what I based that on.
Oh my god.
So- all right.
You start up the EE program. The description that boots up the objective of this program once it's started only reads Darth Infinity. Javin is the only name on the leaderboard. He has succeeded. It seems like it's a pass or fail.
Those horses that they've got around here.
Them space horses.
Mandalorian horses couldn't take me away. Sorry.
You step inside, the doors shut behind you. The lights dim until the room is pitch black. Anyone that ignites their lightsaber will see this isn't any kind of artificial darkness. There's just no lights on in here.
Yeah,
Just
I have
for
my-
purpose of mechanics and to know who to ask what when, I'm going to ask everyone to make another initiative roll.
Cool.
All right.
11.
Anyway.
That's 7.
What'd you get, Grant?
21.
21, 11, 7.
20.
Pow, you're actually on it this time. 20.
God.
A good 15, 20 seconds go by and nothing happens. It's a dark room. Then, finally, a source of light. A crimson glow appears in the middle of the room. The length of an average lightsaber. It starts spinning the blade of this crimson lightsaber until it's just a white disc. And it comes flying forward. Giovanna.
It's flying towards me, or is it my turn? Sorry.
It's your turn. Both.
All right. I'm charging in like a madman, and I'm gonna schnick. Yeah! I'm not great at
Like
even
Wolverine.
using lightsabers.
Just like Wolverine, roll me a schnick check.
Yeah. Now, if I do miss, I can use my lucky to re-roll. So I got a 16.
You're able to remember your training, activate some kind of defensive stance. Throw your lightsaber out in front of you. Are you in any kind of stance right now, Giovanna? Do you have any yet?
No, I do not. And if
Who are
there's
you
a way
thinking?
for me to learn them, I should look them up.
Leveling up.
Here's how I describe it. So, I base most of my characters in these situations off the Three Musketeers novels, which were written by Alexandre Dumas a long
Musketeers.
time ago. Yes, we're Musketeers. So, D'Artagnan, when he's 18 years old and the novel begins, he beats like 3 or 4 great swordsmen by just coming in like an idiot, swinging wildly. They're not ready for it. So I'm using pure Geo style to do this. My unorthodox moves may win the day.
Okay.
Like, as he's swinging, Lyra's like leaning back, like watching out for like the wild swings, and she's like, "Whoa,
Oh, watch out. Oh, watch the head tails. Watch the leg.
Yeah.
Chat, I appreciate the comment. So this is what a child blender looks like. Hopefully we can rename the training session Child Blender.
Wonder.
I like it.
Yes. That should be the name of the episode when Will asks for it. Episode 9.
Blender.
Yeah.
Child Blender. Baby shakes.
Okay. You throw your lightsaber forward and make contact. When 2 lightsabers aggressively make contact, certainly they don't
Stick.
bounce. They don't pass through each other. There's a bright flash, and the force, the recoil of the impact rockets through your wrists, your arms, shakes your whole body. The spinning lightsaber stops spinning, bouncing back, staying mid-air, floating back a few feet. A second lightsaber ignites in the center of the room where the first one did. It doesn't start spinning in a circle. Instead, it just points its blade forward and flies directly towards Pow.
Oh!
All right. I guess Al has her her traditional like Mandalorian like vibroblade, and she'll just kind of like try and block it and kind of like divert it as much as you can.
Okay.
That is.
You don't know any Jedi stances yet either, do you?
Nope, I'm just using Mandalorian like training stances for that. So it's just like it's defensive, but it's still like the way like she holds like the blade it's very like aggressive. So I'll like
Okay.
all right.
It doesn't need any kind of AC. You can roll to do whatever it is you want to do.
All right, I'll just use melee to like I guess try and just block it. And that's gonna be a
Okay. Roll me an attack check.
All right. Shoot, that's the wrong program window. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. 13.
13 is higher than its 11. It also doesn't make contact with the vibroblade the way another vibroblade would. You're a little bit more braced for the impact, but it's still intense. This thing is coming at you with such great velocity. You're able to direct it downwards, so it doesn't stab you through the stomach, and it'll retreat a little bit, still floating in front of you after you do. There seems to be no wielder. You make contact with the lightsaber and it'll wiggle a little bit, not very willing to give any space. Let's see, who's next? We had a 7, and Kayla, what did you roll?
I think it was 11, I think.
Kayla, you were up next. Just like the other ones, a third lightsaber appears in the center of the room. This one points the tip of itself, the tip of its blade, down towards the floor, slowly advances towards you. And instead of spinning in position, it starts spinning around you in a big circle. It's your turn.
Come on, droid bomb.
I chose some force skills. I'm not sure if any of them are useful. He's like sitting here calculating his head like, why did I agree to do this? I just said I'd come here and heal the children, and now I'm being attacked. I didn't come here to be attacked. Would drain energy do anything to like an object? It's just a floating lightsaber.
You can give it a try.
I'll do that thing.
You have a nat 20, don't you?
Oh, I'll use my 20, and I have a +3 to it, so 23.
With a 23, this thing spins all around you. You just instinctively throw your hands up to try to stop it. It shields your face. And in fact, that is exactly where the blow tries to land. With your nat 20, you invoke the Force. You call upon that energy field that persists and exists and binds all living things. As it makes contact inches away from your hand, the blade falters and stops moving. Had this been a real lightsaber, or a real combatant, you're not sure what would have happened. It almost flickers for a second as the room's trying to load it and keep it existing. That leaves Lyra. Lyra, you do know combat styles.
Yes.
You recognize this next one taking a Makashi stance, Form 2 dueling. It's hard to tell without the body language of an actual combatant there. But the way the lightsaber starts moving and flying towards you. It's trying to take down a lightsaber wielder.
Okay. Seeing that it's more of an aggressive stance, is that correct? I don't know their names. I know, like...
The dueling stance is made for one-on-one combat against one person. Increased attack and defense against that one person.
Oh, damn. I think Lyra would, like, ready herself. Like, she holds her lightsaber up and she takes her defensive stance and she waits for the attack, but she is going to use her nat 20. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I have that stance yet.
You watch it come in. You have at least seen it used enough to know its first blow is going to come in the form of a jab, just trying to make contact with your lightsaber to gauge your metal. With your nat 20, you swing so hard and knock this thing so far back, you can feel your bones rattling in your arms from the contact of these lightsabers smashing against each other. But it flies back a good 6-7 feet and takes a minute to reorientate itself. I'm going to roll some overall rolls. Instead of going each round, we're going to go in little batches, 3 or 4 rounds at a time, because there's no target here. There's no enemy for you to fight. The 4 lightsabers retract, come back to the center of the room, and start marching towards the group of you as one. Geo, roll me a d20. If you're trying to defend yourself with a lightsaber, you can use all the modifiers that lightsaber combat would use.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to use that, but if I'm defending myself with my lightsaber, this is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to force grip and crush the lightsaber. Like, I don't get a dark side point if I use it on objects. I just wanted to be like, and crush it. Maybe outside of the spirit, but it seemed like totally the Geo thing to do.
Roll me a grip
a
check.
3! I can use my...
Oh.
Okay, well, yeah, if it's a grip check, it's +6. I also can use Lucky to re-roll it one time if needed. Okay, so that's an 11. I'll use my luck point, and 22.
22. You find it difficult for whatever reason to tap into this particular ability. You have to really center yourself. You're taking deep breaths. You're doing everything that Javin's short amount of training has told you to do, and it's just not coming. When these lightsabers come flying at you, and the adrenaline kicks in, the fight or flight, the fear response, suddenly it comes naturally. You are able to keep them at bay, either throwing a lightsaber up in front of yourself or grabbing these things, trying to crush them.
Yeah.
They are extremely resilient, but
For
you're able
sure.
to take one of them out of commission. Maybe it's
I mean,
because it's part hologram, maybe because it's not as resilient as a real one, or maybe because in that moment of fear, you're really, really strong.
perhaps
Either way,
I
you're
am
able
the
to take
most
one of those
powerful
out of
Jedi
commission.
ever. Yes.
Pow, I think you were next. What do you do?
You know what? I'm gonna use a crit. Use these crits.
It's not like watching Javin in the big trail of light behind him. Pow's Viberblade doesn't leave anything, just a blur in the air. Spinning around, deflecting blows in the front end behind her. How does tremendously well. With a crit with a nat 20, what would that bring your total attack roll up to? If you would have gotten a 20 on it.
Like 25, I think.
You are unharmed for the next 15-20 seconds.
Cool.
Spore, what's your general plan of attack here?
Oh no.
Well, I guess I don't know. He's panicking. I'd like to. Again, another thing I have is force defense. So
Force defense, if you can pull it off, you get a high enough force defense roll. It'll
I would like to use
kind
a
of an-
20.
it will increase your AC if you choose to use it. You'll still need to act and defend yourself, but you'll
Yeah, I
be
would
quicker,
like
more agile, more resilient.
Yeah, I'd like to do that and then defend myself, and use that. I'd like to burn a 20 for that, please.
Okay, yeah, you activate the force defense just fine. There's nothing visible about Spore, but the rest of you can feel the ripples in the spider web of the force. A powerful force user is protecting itself, speeding up its movements and deflecting lightsabers around it. As far as defending yourself goes, are you using a lightsaber? What are you using?
Yeah, because I mean, he has one as well. So, and he doesn't want to use his body and risk any damage because we only have so many replacement parts. So, definitely using the lightsaber to defend myself.
Roll me a d20 with advantage.
Okay. 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was 11 or 3. So.
Okay, well. You are going to take some damage. These things will fight indiscriminately, sometimes singling you out, sometimes attacking everyone, or just one person at a time. You will take 6 damage, Spore, as one of these grazes along your torso. Lyra, what's the plan?
So, we're all standing in kind of a group. Is this like there's one on each person, or is this just kind of one at a time, like a wave comes at the whole group type thing?
It's trying not to be predictable. Sometimes one lightsaber will fly out to each person. Other times, all 3, 4 until Geo destroys one, all 3 will hone in on one person simultaneously.
Okay. So Lyra steps out in front of the group and she decides that it's time to be a little bit more aggressive, and she takes her aggressive stance and she's going to lash out with her lightsaber at whatever is in front of her that she can attack.
The lightsabers, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me an attack check.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's going to be 27.
In 27, if you break them into their individual components, none of them are too complicated for you. None of them are trained well enough to pose any threat. So as long as you keep switching your attention to all of them, you don't let any sneak behind you, you're fine. I want one last roll of attack checks from everybody.
All right.
All right.
Bam. That's my worst script. Squish.
25.
20.
God. 11.
Okay. Despite your 21, Grant, when the lightsabers do finally hone in on you, they got themselves a 22.
Can I re-roll based on my lucky? I can do it one more time.
Sure.
Doesn't matter. I'm dead. No. All right, they got me. Oh no.
You'll take 14 damage.
Oh.
Ah! Sorry. No,
What does
I'm
that
not.
drop
I'm
you?
still alive.
Okay, good.
Barely.
You will not.
Oh,
You will not have a new injury, but you will have some kind of new small wound, maybe a scar or some
yeah.
burn marks.
Oof. Yeah, I'll come
Let's
up with
see.
it really good.
You're not getting an eye jabbed out or anything by any means, but these things still aren't showing you any mercy. Pal, you certainly take some damage.
Oh yeah.
16 for you.
Okay.
What does that bring you to?
I still have 12 left. A little under half.
Okay. Small lacerations here and there that are being cauterized by the blades as they swing by. Nothing too permanent that you need to worry about. Lyra is able to defend herself the entire time.
Yes.
Spore, what was it you got?
20.
Spore, with your added defense to that 20, you're able to move around. Even when your visual sensors don't pick something up, you can tell if one of them's coming up behind you. You can move out of the way. If your body needs to move, you're the best programmed droid ever. Your limbs seem to be moving before you even know you need to move them. Eventually, 10 minutes will go by. The only one of you that's not harmed whatsoever is Lyra.
She's
The
hardcore.
rest of you get
Yeah.
small cuts,
I'm
gashes.
just like wielding like my just like fancy little tricks all over the place.
Oh yeah.
When 10 minutes are up, the lightsabers just disappear and the lights pop back on. Mid-step, mid-swing, wherever you are. It's just instantaneous. The training's over.
Lyra, you're the best. I love you.
She like puts her lightsaber down at her side and she looks at you and she's like, "You got a little blood right here."
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to impress Pow. Like missing a tooth.
Like look at him
Old
knowingly, like
snaggle tooth. That's what happened. I got snaggle teeth now. Oh, no.
Lyra can always tell when her brother is starting to get a crush on a girl, and she's like,
Oh, no.
Walking out the little electronic panel that loaded the Darth Vanity training. Once the name of the single user of this training program that survived for the leaderboards.
What did you say? It cut out for me. I didn't hear.
Yeah, cut out.
Yeah, something about the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leaderboard of the training program is asking for the name of the single person who accomplished the training successfully.
Lyra tries to be kind of like humble about it, but she like reaches up and she's like, "May I?"
I mean, yes. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Puts in like
ask, yeah.
Queen Slay.
Yeah, I'm not humble about her achievement at all. I'm like, she is the champion.
Yeah, go ahead.
She is the champion. And like, yes, Twi'leks are awesome.
Yeah, Lyra puts her name in.
Lyra, you feel like you kind of cheated a little bit. That was not a
Do
single
I?
person succeeding. That was 4 people succeeding. But Lyra is typed in, entered. There are now 2 successes at this training program.
We're all family here. Like, I wouldn't survive without you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I totally crushed 1 or 2 of those lightsabers with my magic.
Totally did.
I mean, my force.
Yeah.
My magic.
We should really get that bloody-eyed looked at.
A small tablet, a little holographic projection, starts beeping. The same tablet that was kept in the bounty hunter's armor. It's an alert from the ship. 1 individual that matches your description has been found. The coordinates place it a couple miles to the northwest and deep under the ground. The surveillance droid is unable to return. The damages it has incurred are too much. It was able to save the last few seconds of a visual feed, however.
Cool.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. See what's up there.
There is a hole in a mountainside. 6 feet tall. The droid can barely fit through. Horizontally. It goes inside and eventually it opens out to some kind of antechamber. The antechamber is filled with large cylinders full of green goo. It's undulating and percolating. They're all connected to each other with wires. It scans the room and finds no one that meets your criteria and continues deeper on. There's some kind of mosaic on the wall. The feed's not the clearest, and it's been broken open. Pieces of wall, rock, just shattered, lying on the ground. The droid turns on its flashlights and enters the hole in the wall. It descends into darkness, a good 60, 70 feet. There are dozens of children looking up at it, all of them wearing dark robes and with big metal gauntlets on their hands. It has not found anyone with a spectacular midichlorian count, so it flies over them, continuing its search. The scanner's picked up on someone at the far end of the room. Everything goes bright white, and the feed cuts out. The only thing you'll notice is there were no humans amongst those aliens. The children in the ground. Rhodians, reptilians, those that would be considered the least humanoid races. And definitely no one that any of you recognize. That being said, its location was reported back to you. This happened only moments ago.
Shall we then?
Yeah. Because we found them. Let's go. See what we can find.
I'm all in.
The ship takes
Let's
off.
go towards the doom.
Yes.
The ship takes off by a command on the tablet. You don't even need to pilot it over there. The ship takes off. You're still cloaked. You approach the hole in the mountain. These lightsaber-wielding children, and whoever their master is, on the inside, deep underground. Which I think would be a perfect place to pick up next week.
Dun, dun, dun!
I mean,
Hey, thanks for sticking around, those of you that did. Chat was lit tonight, AF fam. I liked it. Let's go around the cast and crew. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time? And most importantly, where can we find you on the Twitter? Grant, glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back. Last week I was on the road to Origins Game Fair, which was a blast. Had a lot of fun hanging out with my friends. Played a lot of D&D, played a lot of other games as well. But you can find me on Twitter at WisePapaGrant, on Twitch at Grant R. Ellis. I stream 7 days a week on 9 different shows for a bunch of different channels. You can catch me here on Wednesdays. Thursdays I'm on WebDM. Fridays I'm on the Greyhawk channel doing the Queen of Spiders campaign. Saturdays I'm all over the place. Depends on the week. Sundays I'm on Monty Cook Games official Twitch channel. Mondays I'm back on the Greyhawk channel. And Tuesdays I'm on Unmade Gaming, where we're currently playing Polaris, which is a storytelling game with no game master, all about tragic nights. Also, by way of announcement, my friend Stephen Bateman did the 200-word RPG contest, and he bases RPG on a series that I designed that starred Matthew Mercer. We actually played it here on Encounter Roleplay for Will's birthday. So it's cool. Check it out. It's called Knights of the House of Mars. And I'm also running 20 games for charity over the next 2 weeks, starting Saturday. My goal is to raise $1,000 for Safe House Nevada to relieve victims of domestic violence. So check it out.
So many things to check out. Personally, I'm a sucker for the charity streams, so that's where I'm going to be. Your pal Casey in chat has finally cracked it. The DE in the training program did not stand for Darth Infinity. Actually, Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Makes sense.
Spore, Kayla, did you enjoy tonight? Where can we find you? How's Spore feeling about all this? His
tonight
big
was-
reveal to the children.
Tonight's okay. He's just mostly panicking right now. So that's fun. I like him being a coward, but also cocky, like you were talking about last time. But yeah, it was a good session. You can find me on Twitter at KAYNCLI, and the only big long announcement I have is the game that I'm doing with Wizards on the twitch.tv/D&D. Hell's Bells is starting this Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Sean is in it with me. Our friend Mataz is DMing. Our friend TK joins the fray, is playing. Hey, it's Chloe Christine on Twitter. Twitty Such, aka Hadil from Trapped in the Birdcage, is playing with us. Holly Conrad's playing with us. Am I forgetting anybody? Lisa Chen is playing with us, and she's wonderful. I know she was at Origins with you, Grant.
She's insane.
Yes, she's amazing. So all these amazing people were in an all tiefling game this Sunday on twitch.tv/D&D. Come watch it. Starts this Sunday.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
Yay.
Those are all my favorite things, and that is an all-star cast. So definitely
Yeah.
check out the Hell's Bells. If you're anywhere in the D&D Twitterverse, like, you should have heard something about it, I think, at this point. Go check it out. Amber, Lyra, what'd you think?
Lyra is incredibly intrigued about what's going on with all these kids with these Jedi mittens. And
Jedi mittens?
yeah, just yes. Just something darker is brewing, and it's really, really interesting. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at @furore_D&D, and I play here on Wednesday nights with you guys. Otherwise, I'm actually joining one of Grant's Saturday games on July 7th. I think we're playing Cypher System for that one. So.
Yeah, we're playing Cypher System. We're gonna do like a Miami Vice style super spies, Russian operatives,
I am so excited
smooches and
for
spies.
this.
Yes, it'll be fun.
I'm so excited. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
it for me, though.
Good to see more stuff coming of this. And you two aren't siblings in that one, are you?
No, probably just partners in crime.
Mortal enemies. Shauna, quite a few twists and turns for POW. I can only imagine. How was tonight's session?
Oh, it was awesome. I love the intrigue and that's going around, as well, like dealing with the Mandalorian stuff, which I love a lot. One of my favorite things about Star Wars, and it's to be able to kind of be on the kids to be on our own a little bit. That's exciting, and you can find me at Flying Cirrus. As Kayla said, Hell's Bells. That's super exciting. So excited and a little terrified, but it should be a lot of fun, and I get to play a character that is not a terrifying murder child. So that's fun. And catch me on PowerScore RPGs on Saturdays, every other Saturday at 6 p.m. We're kind of going through few of the DMs Guild stuff at the moment. It's pretty good. And Waffle Talk, which is a Dice Camera Action reaction show that's on live at PowerScore RPG at 9 p.m. on his channel, PowerScore RPG, and it is hosted by the D&D channel on Thursdays for Into the Birdcage at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Fantastic. I know it can sometimes be kind of difficult to portray like the more broody characters, because Geo gets to go off and make all these like silly jokes and like break the fourth wall, and then Pal wouldn't do that. She's having a hard time right now. So it's really cool to see. It's always really cool to see like good role players taking on like more challenging roles. And of course, I'm gonna go check out those other shows, because I want to see the whole spectrum, like different emotional range besides Murder Child. As for me, catch me here tomorrow on the Skyrim stream, playing Laren. Actually, Laren is a spoiled brat of an elf, and he's quite fun. He thinks he's a smooth talker, maybe a little bit. Otherwise, check us out here next week. Children that don't know what's going on or what they're doing are going to be killing other children who don't know what's going on or what they're doing. So, it'll be fun. Until then, this is Encounter Roleplay, so try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing at you, or something, when you do. That's the plug, right? Good night, everyone.
Good night.